Hi, I'm someone who has healed myself. Workplace pressure and personal struggles like managing chronic illness create an urgent need for mental health support that's both accessible and immediate, yet traditional help often isn't available when people need it most. This tiny course comes from that journey. It's not just content, it's a safe space for you to reflect, grow, and reconnect with yourself. I believe healing doesn't have to be complicated, just honest, consistent, and guided with heart. Thanks for being here. I'm very glad to walk this part of your journey with you. Let's begin.
This is a short but meaningful reflective practice to help you name what you're holding, write what you need to release, and gently carry forward something new in letting go, a guided emotional reset course. Here is how this journey flows. First, you will be guided through a reflective audio grounding moment. Just a few slow breaths to help you arrive, not rush. Then we will explore what keeps us stuck, the emotional habits, silence, or weight we've been carrying. You'll be invited to write a short, unfiltered letter through an expressive writing practice. No grammar, no pressure. Just you, your pen, and truth on the page. Next comes a practice for release, where you will choose how to let that letter go or use a gentle AI tool like ChatGPT to help rewrite it as a message of release. After that, you will choose one simple anchor word, a word that feels like strength, softness, or truth to bring forward. Finally, you will receive an invitation to go deeper with the full reset within course. If this short moment helps, imagine what's possible when you walk with support through every layer of release and reconnection. You don't need to do any of this perfectly. Let the process meet you where you are. Let the breath, the pen, and your own presence do the work. This is a reflective audio guide, which means it's not a meditation, but a gentle space to slow down, notice what's here, and begin to write. If you can, have a pen and notebook nearby. You will be invited to journal soon, not perfectly, just honestly. Let's begin with one breath. Inhale, I am here. Exhale, I am safe to feel. Again, inhale, I am here. Exhale, I am safe to feel. No fixing, just arriving. When you feel ready, take your notebook and write what is alive in you right now. A word, a feeling, or a moment that needs space. Let it be simple. Let it be real. From this breath, let's begin to explore what has been quietly held inside. What keeps us stuck? Often emotions stay unspoken, What have you been quietly holding? Use this time to name the feeling. Write down one emotion that's been visiting you lately, or ask yourself, if this feeling had a name, what would it be? Just pause 2 to 3 minutes for reflection. So we have explored some of the common reasons why we might feel stuck, those internal blocks that hold us in place. And yet sometimes, even when we are moving forward, the process itself doesn't always feel light and easy. Let's now turn our attention to those times when growth feels heavy. Sometimes we feel stuck not because we are afraid to grow, but because we think we must grow fast or perfectly. We compare our journey to others. We fell behind. Healing has no deadline. Think about, I should already be there. I should be better by now. But healing is not a race. It is not a straight line. And you don't have to carry the whole mountain in one day. Sometimes the real block isn't fear. It's the pressure we place on ourselves to do everything right. Here is something gentle to remember. You are allowed to grow slowly. You are allowed to take breaks. You are allowed to begin again as many times as you need. You are not behind. You are building something real with patience, not performance. That is not stuck. That is steady, and steady is sacred. So, as you move forward, remember this. You don't have to rush. You don't have to do it all today. Growth is not about how fast you move. It's about how true you are to yourself as you move. Let this be your permission to grow slowly, to rest when needed, and to trust that you're still becoming, even in the quiet. You're not stuck. You are steady. Before we dive into strategies for moving forward, I wanted to guide us through a moment of pause together. Because in my experience, and perhaps in yours too, there are times when no matter how much we learn, how deeply we reflect, or how diligently we try to grow, we can still find ourselves feeling stuck. And when we don't quite understand why we feel this way, it's so easy for that feeling to morph into self-criticism, even self-blame. You might start thinking, why am I still dealing with this? Or, I thought I had moved past this already. What's wrong with me? But what if this feeling of being stuck isn't a personal failing at all? What if it's actually a message? Today, I want to gently guide you in exploring what might be holding you in place. Our intention isn't to judge or analyze harshly, but rather to listen with compassion to what might be needing our attention. So, let's begin by shifting our perspective, looking at this with a more understanding lens. That feeling of being stuck can often stir up feelings of shame, can't it? You might find yourself asking those tough questions. Why am I still here? I thought I already healed this part of me, or even, what's wrong with me that I can't seem to break free? But I want to offer you a different perspective, a more compassionate truth. Being stuck doesn't mean you are the primary broken. In fact, it often signifies that a part of you, a very wise part, is still actively protecting something within you. Perhaps a deep seated need, a lingering fear, or an old wound. And that part hasn't yet felt completely safe enough to move forward. So, instead of pushing harder or getting frustrated with yourself, what if we take a moment right now to simply pause and approach this with gentle curiosity? What might this feeling of stuckness be trying to tell you? To help us explore this with curiosity, let's consider some common underlying reasons why we might feel stuck. See if any of these resonate with your experience. Let's gently walk through 5 possibilities, 5 common roots that can contribute to feeling stuck. As I describe each, just notice if anything feels particularly true for you. There's no right or wrong answer here, just gentle observation. Sometimes we remain in a holding pattern because we haven't yet given ourselves what we truly need on an emotional level. This could be validation for your feelings, a genuine moment of rest, acknowledgement for your efforts, or simply some loving kindness directed inward. You see, it's difficult to move forward with a sense of wholeness when your inner self is still longing to be seen and nurtured. Take a moment now. Ask yourself gently, what feeling have I been trying to avoid or perhaps numb? What might that be telling me I need? Another potential root of feeling stuck can be related to patterns we learned long ago to keep ourselves safe. You might still be unconsciously operating from ingrained patterns that once served to protect you. Think about things like people pleasing to avoid conflict, striving for unattainable perfectionism to feel worthy, or trying to over-control situations out of a fear of the unknown. The thing is, while these strategies might have been helpful in the past, they can sometimes become the very things that now block your growth and your ability to move forward authentically. Reflect for a moment. What part of me still believes I have to earn love or safety by being someone other than my true self? Sometimes the feeling of being stuck isn't about an internal block, but rather a lack of clarity about where you truly want to go. You might not actually be stuck in a negative sense, but perhaps simply unsure of what you genuinely desire or what direction feels truly aligned for you now. Sometimes this lack of clarity arises because we have spent so much time and energy focusing on who we should be or what others expect of us that we have lost touch with our own inner compass. Consider this. What do I truly want in my heart? Not what I have been told I should want. Even when we have clarity, the prospect of change itself can sometimes keep us feeling rooted in place. Healing and growth inherently involve change, And change, even positive change, can bring up feelings of vulnerability and uncertainty. Fear might whisper questions like, what if I lose people in my life as I evolve? Or, what if I try and I fail? These underlying anxieties about what might come next can often manifest as a feeling of being stuck right where you are. Ask yourself gently, what am I perhaps afraid might happen if I actually do move forward? Finally, it's important to acknowledge that sometimes what feels like being stuck is actually something else entirely. Sometimes the feeling of being unable to move forward isn't primarily an emotional block. It's simply that you're tired. Deep healing work takes energy. Processing grief takes energy. Navigating daily life and holding everything together requires a tremendous amount of energy. Consider this. What would happen if I stopped pushing for a moment and simply allowed myself to pause and perhaps just be? Now that we have explored some of these common roots, let's take a moment for some gentle self-inquiry. Take a slow, deep breath with me now. Inhale gently and exhale fully. If it feels comfortable for you, you might like to place a hand softly over your heart or on your chest. This can help you connect more deeply with your inner experience. I'm going to offer a few questions again. Allow them to simply sink in without judgment or the need to immediately find an answer. Perhaps one or two of these will feel particularly alive or resonant for you. What part of me is asking to be heard? What belief might be quietly keeping me in place? What need have I been ignoring? What truth have I not admitted? Where am I holding on? Remember, there's no need to fix anything right now. The power in this moment lies simply in noticing. Sometimes just naming the block, bringing it into the light of your awareness, is the very beginning of it gently dissolving. Now, let's gently shift our focus from simply noticing to offering ourselves some soothing and understanding. In this moment, I invite you to speak gently to yourself with the same kindness you would offer a dear friend. Or if it feels easier, simply allow these words to wash over you as if your own wiser self is speaking them to you now. It's okay to be right here. You are not behind in your journey. There is no set deadline on who you are becoming. This feeling of stuckness is a signal, an invitation to listen, not a life sentence. You can move forward when you genuinely feel ready, not when you feel force or pressure. Allow yourself to exhale any pressure you might be feeling to rush or to get over this. Just breathe and be. As we begin to bring this reflection to a close, remember, feeling stuck is not the end of your journey. In many ways, it can be a significant doorway, one that you can mindfully walk through once you begin to understand what has been gently holding it closed. So please be gentle and patient with yourself in this space. Instead of pushing against this feeling, try listening to it. Instead of shaming yourself for it, try offering yourself some genuine softness and understanding. You are not stuck because you are broken in any way. You are feeling this way because a part of you, a wise and protective part, is still trying to keep you safe in the way it knows how. And now, you are learning to gently lead that part with love and understanding. Take what you've experienced during this reflection and allow it to settle within you. You don't need to figure everything out right now. Simply begin by meeting yourself exactly where you are. And from that place of self-acceptance, the next gentle step will naturally unfold. Now that you have named your feeling, let's give this emotion space to speak. Let the page hold everything you've been carrying. You don't need to filter or get it right. Let it be raw. Let it be real. Sometimes our feelings stay trapped because we don't give them a voice. Writing gives your emotion a place to land. Begin your letter with this line: Dear emotion, I have been holding you for a long time. Don't overthink it. Just begin. Let the words come from your body, your memory, your breath. You might say, Dear sadness, I have tried to push you away. Dear fear, you have been sitting in my chest like a heavy stone. Dear anger, I know you were trying to protect me. This isn't about blaming your emotion. It's about acknowledging its presence and your strength in carrying it. Don't worry about making it poetic. Even one messy sentence is healing if it's true. If the words stop flowing, take a breath. Ask yourself, what else wants to be said right now? Now, take the next few minutes to write. This is your space, your voice, your release. Now, gently read what you have written to yourself. As you read each part, take a slow breath in and then slowly breathe out. With each breath out, imagine letting go of something. When you are ready, you can fold the letter, bless it, or say, Thank you, I'm letting this go. You can also ask ChatGPT, help me rewrite this letter into a message of gentle style. When you're ready, we will move into how to release and rewrite this letter. But for now, just stay with what is present. In this video, I will show you how to use ChatGPT, the AI writing and support tool for your healing practice. We will explore the free and paid options, how to ask questions, how to upload a file, and how to rewrite your reflection letters, like the one in our Practice for Release exercise. Let's begin. Open your browser and go to chat.openai.com. You will need to sign up for a free account if you don't have one. Just your email and a password. Once you log in, you will see a chat box at the bottom of the screen. This is where you can type your questions or requests.
ChatGPT has both a free plan and a paid plan, and which one you choose really depends on how often you want to use it and what you want to do with it. With the free plan, you can use the AI for a limited number of chats every few hours. If you hit the limit, ChatGPT will let you know, and sometimes it will switch to a lighter version so you can keep going. It's great for everyday tasks or casual use. If you decide to upgrade to the ChatGPT Plus plan, it's about $20 per month. You get access to more advanced features and tools. The ability to use custom GPTs, like digital assistants built for specific tasks, smarter responses, better creativity, and more accurate results. Experimental features like voice, image, and even video generation. No matter which plan you're on, what really makes the difference is how well you know how to prompt. That's what we will be focusing on, helping you talk to ChatGPT in ways that feel powerful, creative, and natural.
Once you are in ChatGPT, click the paperclip icon next to the chat box. Choose the letter or journal document you want to upload, for example, your practice for release letter. Limitations for free users. Upload approximately 3 to 5 files per 24-hour period. Cooldown period. After reaching the daily limit, there may be a waiting period before you can upload more files. If you are unable to upload a file, you can copy the text from your Word or PDF file and paste it directly into the chat box. Then, prompt ChatGPT with your request as you would with an uploaded file. ChatGPT works best when you give clear, kind instructions. You can add things like, make this letter sound more peaceful and forgiving. Keep the letter's core message but remove any blaming tone. Help me make this letter feel like discontinuation. The more specific you are, the more helpful the result will be. How to use ChatGPT safely and wisely. What to share. ChatGPT reads what you type. Only share what you're comfortable with. You can talk about your journey without giving personal or private details. For sensitive topics, keep things general. Saving insights. If something feels important, save it in your own journal or private file. ChatGPT chats might not stay saved. Respect others' privacy. If others are involved, change names or details. Focus more on your feelings, not their actions. Getting help. ChatGPT is not a therapist. If you are dealing with trauma or in crisis, please talk to a professional. And always remember, ChatGPT is an AI tool. It's not replacing your own wisdom. Your inner self-knowledge is always your best guide. If you have made it here, it means something in you is already saying yes. Yes to healing. Yes to coming home. Yes to resetting what no longer serves you. What you've experienced in this mini course is just the beginning. Reset within. A healing transformation journey is the full 6-phase experience that gently guides you from emotional exhaustion back to your inner truth, using writing, reflection, body awareness, and soulful AI support. This is more than a course. It is your gentle way back to yourself. If you are ready to go deeper, if you want to feel grounded, open, and held, I invite you to join me inside the course. Your seed is waiting. Your healing is already in motion.
Welcome. Thank you for watching the Emotional Reset Tiny Course. I'm really glad you're here. This learning is all about helping you reconnect with yourself, slowly and gently. Take a deep breath. You're in the right place. Be sure to check your email. Your first step is on the way. You don't need to do it perfectly. Just begin.